Hi, so I'm going to show you how to assemble these Christmas ball shelf sitters. So these do come with a stand, they attach to the back. So I want to just kind of go through and take this apart. So this one's already assembled, but I'm going to go ahead and show you how these go together. And then also talk about the products that I used. So I'm just going to go ahead and take off the snowflake and then our little berries. And what I used on the snowflake was just some white chalk paint. This is Craft Smart, and that's just from Michael's. It's just white chalk paint. And I used the unicorn spit on the berries, and I did use birch on this file, so it looks really nice on here. So you can see a little bit of sparkle on there. It's just very subtle. And then I painted this with green chalk paint, and I'll show you the product I use on that. It's just the Folk Art brand, and this one is called Antique Green. So, and then I also use the black art crayon, and I just went around the edges with that and then just kind of blended it with my finger. So just to make this layer pop from there. And then I use a lighter green, and it's just another shade of green. It's actually a furniture paint, but you can use any lighter shade of green. And then I just chalk painted over the top of that. And then what I did here was that I just kind of lightly went over this with, this is called Voodoo Stain. And it is it's from Dixie Belle. And this one is called Up in Smoke. And it's really cool. It's it goes on birch really well. It's a stain, and I just blended it out with a rag. So I just buy these rags at Lowe's, and then you can see I just blended it out with the rag. So I just kind of went over that, and you can see the nice wood grain in there. So and then I just have this little extra piece here, and that's just done with some black chalk paint and then white dry brushed over the top of that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this, and I use the white chalk paint and just dry brushed over the top of that just to give it some nice effect. So I'm just going to go over here and put this right on top, just layer it all up. And then I take my little greens and you just kind of match it up here. So I'm looking at the camera and trying to look at this at the same time. So these are all matched up, and I did dry brush over the edges here just to give it like a nice kind of scuffed up effect. So you just make sure everything's lined up when you're ready to go, and you're going to glue it. I have some Loctite gel super glue, and I'm going to go ahead and put this right on here and just line it all up. Have my little berries, and I'm going to just line that up, and you can see where the line is right here on the berry, and that's where this is going to go. So you just line that right up. There we go. And once you got that all lined up, you're all set, and then you can put your snowflake on right over the top. There we go. And that's all there is to this one. And then you're going to put your piece on the back, the stand on the back. So they do come with the stands. So there's the first one. I'm just going to put this over to the side, and then just make sure that you're grouping these so you don't mix up the pieces for each one. I mean, they're pretty self-explanatory, but just make sure that you have the correct holly pieces because they are different sizes. So then we have this one. You're going to take it apart. We have little berries. I had painted them initially, but then I decided I really wanted to use that extra piece. So I just went ahead, did the same exact painting technique again, and then there's that stain. I just got some little extra pieces that fell through, and you're just going to do the same thing, layer it all up, put your pieces on, layer those, line them all up, and then you're going to glue them, put your piece on here. You're going to make sure you get that all lined up. You can see right here where those line up. And you're going to line that up just like that. Take your berries, and you can see where those go right there. Actually, move that over just a little bit more. And that's where they all kind of butt up right against there. All right, so that's where that goes there. Make sure I got that all lined up perfectly. And then you're going to take your snowflake and put it right over top. And you can like mix and match the snowflakes. So it's however you want to make it. And that one's all finished. All right, I'm going to zoom out so you can see that whole piece. There you go. So you can see all the paint all over my paper towel. I was up late painting all of these, and I had so much fun painting these. These would be great for a painting class. I really enjoyed these. And because the stand's attached to the back, you can make these any size you want. You can shrink these down if you don't want to make them as big as this. They're about 6 inches, but you can make them smaller if you want, or you can make them bigger. So however you want to make them, because they're the stands go on the back, so they don't have to fit into a stand. It's nice because they're adjustable. And then there's a third one that comes with it. And it's the same thing again. You're going to take your snowflake off, and you're going to put that over here. You got your little berries, and you got your little holly sprig. Just make sure that you're using the right holly sprig for each one. Make sure you're keeping those pieces together. Otherwise, the pieces won't fit together right. So just make sure that you're doing that. I do group them in the file. Just when you're taking them off the laser, you're keeping those pieces together. And there's that same voodoo stain that I did before. And then I did the same thing again with the dry brushing with the white over the top. And I have other dry brushing videos if you want to watch those techniques. And then you're just going to go ahead and you're going to layer that, and you're going to glue it. Once you have it perfectly layered up, you're going to go ahead, add your, make sure you get this correct too. You have it oriented the right way. And once you have that, you can always tell, because I made this one like kind of extra long here, so that way you can always tell which way they go. I try to make one like kind of wonky, so that way you can always tell the orientation of how they go. That's just the way I drew it. And then you're going to add those little berries. You can see where the berries go right here. And you're going to put the berries on right there. They just line right up. And when you're happy with that, I'm just going to move this over here. So you're going to want to work quickly with that glue too, because it's not very forgiving. So I always want to tell people that work quickly with that Loctite, because once you put it on, it does dry really quick. I noticed that the more glue you add, the more working time you have. That's the one thing I have noticed. And then you just go ahead and stick on your snowflake, and you can mix and match those snowflakes however you want them. And that's all there is to these. And then add your stands on the back, and then you got your little piece there. You don't have to add that piece. I just like it. It just kind of gives it like another extra dimension. All right, that's it. I hope you like these, and I'll be making some more. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.